Okay, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do a video with you all, and it's my top 10 recommendations for my collection of books. I kind of gave you a hint yesterday when I did the YouTube short, but anyways, let's get right into the video. My first book up that I highly recommend is Tim Tebow's Shaken, and in this book it just talks about discovering your true identity and putting your true identity in Christ instead of things that you may be good at. And he talks about his football career and all that. But I highly recommend this book if you want to read about it. And I do recommend Tissues because he's got a lot of sad stories that he shares in this book. But I highly recommend this book. My next one is also by Tim Tebow. It's Mission Possible. This is his newest one that came out. He talks about creating a life that counts and how you can do that in practical ways you can do that. But I highly recommend this book. This book is also a signed copy, which is kind of cool. But I got this for my birthday. So I highly recommend this book if you want to know how to create a life that counts and how you can do that and all. And trusting God. My next book is Through the Eyes of a Lion by Levi Lusko. He talked about this book at Motion, but I highly recommend this book to anyone who maybe has lost a loved one unexpectedly, or maybe you lost a loved one at a young age and you didn't understand it and you maybe be grieving and all. I highly recommend this book because he tells you how you can face impossible pain and how you can see things differently even when things like this happens in life. And life throws you a curveball, but I highly recommend this one to anyone who's maybe lost a loved one. My next one is Not a Fan by Kyle Idleman. And I really love this book. He talks about how you can be a fully committed follower of Christ instead of being a fan. I've preached on this before, but it's really overall a good book. My next one is by Christine Caine, and it's Unstoppable. She talks about running the race that God set before you and passing on the baton of faith to the next generation. She's preached on this. She talked about this book at Motion also, and it's really a good book. And if you want to learn the history about races and stuff, she talks about that also in this book. My next one is also by Christine Caine. It's Unashamed, and it says, drop the baggage, pick up your freedom, and fulfill your destiny. This one is another one I would say you need a box of tissues for because she goes in depth about her testimony. And if you never heard her testimony before, it will take you on a roller coaster of emotions. So I highly suggest a box of tissues if you want to read this book. But yeah, it's really, really a good book. And last one of her books, this is also by Christine Caine, is Unexpected, and it says, leave fear behind, move forward in faith, and embrace the adventure. She just talks about how life can throw unexpected curveballs and how you can embrace them and know and live like God is in control because He is in control, and how you can just trust in Him even when life happens and unexpected things happen. My next one up is by Sadie Robertson, and it's Live Fearless. This is for anyone who maybe has fears, insecurities, anxieties, anything like that. But it's Live Fearless. I really love this book. And she just talks about taking the journey from fear to faith and just stepping out of fear and stepping into faith. My next one is also by Sadie Robertson. It is Live. And I would say this is more generated towards lady readers because she does it in a lady's perspective and girl's perspective. So I would say this one is for any ladies, but she just talks about how you can live life fully and celebrate life fully, and how you can truly be living instead of just be going through the motions of life. And my last but not least is also by Sadie Robertson Huff, because she got married. This is her newest book, but it's called Who Are You Following? My last book was more generated towards a ladies' audience. I would say this book is for anyone dealing with that has any form of social media. And she just talks about pursuing Jesus in a social media obsessed world. But I highly recommend this one to anyone who has any form of social media. That is all for today. That is all my books. I hope y'all enjoy. I hope y'all buy these books. They're all amazing. But yeah, hope y'all enjoy.